warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. On behalf of the K1-K5 Board of Directors, I would like to welcome you all to the 2021 K1-K Annual General Meeting. I hope you all have the document for this meeting. On this occasion, I would like to tell you about our agenda for today's meeting. Our first agenda is regarding the legal suit issue. Second is implementation integrated reporting. Next, we will discuss the PN17 issue. And lastly, how can K1 sustain in the market? To begin this meeting, we are pleased to have Ms. Nur Atika, K1 Chairman, to deliver the opening remarks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the annual general meeting of K1 Berhad. Our annual general meeting is an important event for the group, allowing us to engage directly with our company. But with the situation of pandemic COVID-19, we need to hold our annual general meeting by follow the standard operating procedure SOP that is set by the government. Let's begin our annual general meeting with the shareholders, followed by others to go more details about our agenda.
Good morning everyone. As one of the shareholders of K1 Berhad, today I would like to discuss the issue of the legal suit of K1 Board of Directors and Madam Nur Hayati binti Tukiman. K1 Berhad, which is a publicly traded firm, was implicated in this case. The defendant is an K1 shareholder owning 15.77% of the company's stock. She served the firm with a notice under Section 311 of the Companies Act 2019. After this issue, we got to know that there are changes in the board of directors. Can we get clarification on that?
Yes, sure. So, based on the issue that has been described by Cik Syazwani, I will clarify about the changes in the BOD. On 31st May 2021, the defendant issued a notice of general meeting to the company. The defendant holds more than 15.66% of shares of K1. The defendant notice requests for the general meeting to be held on 29 June 2021 to pass certain resolutions. The resolutions were for the removal of directors, removal of the two company secretaries, and to appoint a new directors and a new company secretary.
Thank you, our director. I think we can proceed with the presentation of financial performance. As the representative for my department, I will present our company's financial performance for the financial year 2020. I will begin with a summary of the income statement. The graph shows a red line for financial year 2020, a green line for 2019, a yellow line for 2018, and an orange line for 2017. ICA has incurred net losses since the financial year 2015, according to the audit report. Dear directors, investors, and members of today's AGM, as you can see from the slideshow I have prepared, ICA's revenue has risen. The group's total revenues for financial year 2020 has a significant increase of 15.82 million ringgit or 62.29% over the revenue of 25.40 million ringgit in 2019. The increase in revenue was primarily driven by a 10% increase in the selling price of rice vermicelli and laksa noodles as a result of the increase in raw material prices during the MCO period. Unfortunately, ICA has recorded a loss and other comprehensive expenses for 4 consecutive financial years, with a loss of 1,079,000 ringgit recorded for 2020. Next, for the statement of financial position, to begin, I would like to discuss on equity. ICA shareholder equity has increased for 4 consecutive years, reaching 34,683,000 ringgit in financial year 2020. However, ICA still meets the PN17 criteria because ICA's equity is less than 40 million ringgit and the shareholders' equity ratio is less than consolidated basis 25% as shown in the table. Following that, ICA disclosed that their current liabilities had exceeded their current assets for the previous 5 years in a row. Borrowing accounts for a significant portion of current liability because ICA is still attempting to repay borrowed funds, and the amount borrowed funds for 2020 is 77,158,274 ringgit, accounting for 95.5% of total current liabilities. So at this point, the major risk of the ICA faces that are it has a high chance of losing investors, and investors may be starting to lose trust in ICA. Furthermore, ICA is under competitive pressure from other vermicelli noodles manufacturers such as Faiza, who offer consumer lower prices compared to ICA's products. That concludes my presentation of ICA's financial performance. Thank you.
Thanks Ms. Fatim for the presentation of financial performance. So our first suggestion for ICA Noodles Berhad to remain and secure their investor is by using proposed capital reconstruction and proposed debt restructuring scheme. By proposed capital reconstruction, we need to set off accumulated losses such as cancelling 90% of share capital from the entire share premium and capital reserve. Next, propose a debt restructuring scheme in order to restructure the debt owing to secure and unsecure creditors of the group. The next suggestion for ICA Noodles Berhad is to expand their product overseas. ICA has a potential to promote their product in Indonesia, as we have a legal halal certificate to make our product widely known in global markets, as well as to build a better company growth. Aside from Indonesia, ICA appears to have an opportunity to promote product in China, as we want to collaborate with a Chinese analytical partners to create sweetness and extract rice protein powder in Malaysia. Next, we will move to our next agenda. Thank you.
Then, I would like to suggest that ICA Noodles adopt integrated reporting, because the aim of integrated reporting is to show capital providers how ICA Noodles Berhad works effectively. Financial capital providers are the subject of integrated reporting because they influence how capital is allocated. The benefit that may be attributed to integrated reporting is that it encourages ICA Noodles Berhad to think in an integrated manner, both internally and externally, and ICA Noodles Berhad be able to identify risks and opportunities more effectively. As an example, the Ajinomoto company, by implementing integrated reporting, can provide solutions to food and health issues to a group of companies. So, why not ICA Noodles implement integrated reporting?
As Managing Director, I strongly agree to implement integrated reporting to help ICA Noodles for value creation and sustainability. Why do we need to implement this integrated reporting? This is because integrated reporting could help ICA Noodles Berhad improve their understanding about a company's strength by giving opportunities to companies to grow more in the future. For example, we can improve our management in making a decision. The concept of integrated reporting could help us to open our eyes and take action for the certain part that needs the attention to make ICA Noodles Berhad leave the PN17 status and become a successful organization. Integrated reporting can benefit ICA Noodles Berhad by enabling the company to think in an integrated way, which help the company to make more effective decision making. Good corporate governance can establish a clear picture of role between owners and management. By improving the governance structure, it can influence the level of confidence of investors and bank in the company to successfully implement its business model and deliver performance transparently and accurately. ICA needs to comply with all applicable laws and promote international best practice. Hence, it helps ICA Noodles to always present in the business interest of the business.
Yes, I think ICA should take this opportunity to plan an integrated report to give a full and clear view of our company.
Okay, now we will proceed to the next agenda. Thank you.
For the issues of PN17 and ICA Noodles Berhad, which are on 1st September 2016, ICA Noodles Berhad fell into PN17 as the company shareholders' equity on consolidated basis was 25% or loss of its issues and paid up capital. The shareholders' equity is less than 40 million ringgit in Eka Noodles Berhad in unaudited interim financial result for second quarter ended 30 June 2016. Therefore, Eka Noodles needed to formulate and submit a requisition plan, but until 3rd December 2020, the company failed to submit the revised requisition plan as Eka Noodles Berhad requested for extension time up to 30 April 2021. Related to this failure by the company, Eka Noodles management needed to come out with a strategy initiative in order to exit PN17 status for the company to create valuation and sustainability in the short to long-term period. So, can we know what's the current strategic initiative?
Information for now, our current strategy initiative is restructuring and regularization plan. The first one is resumptions of operations at 2 noodles manufacturing plants, starting with 2 rice vermicelli production and 1 laksa noodle production. The production lines were restarted one by one. Eka had restored the operations of 2 manufacturing plants with a total of 6 rice vermicelli production lines and 2 laksa noodle production lines by the 4th quarter of 2017. Eka's qualitative plants contain 4 rice vermicelli lines, 2 laksa noodle lines, 1 dried noodle lines, and 3 flour lines. Second one is re-establish customer relations and revive the Eka brand. The group saw an increase in orders from both old and new customers as a result of its marketing measures to re-establish product and brand visibility. Based on the financial results, the group's revenue has increased from 55,000 ringgit in first quarter 2017 to 11.37 million ringgit in 2020, resulting in an improvement from a gross loss of 1.24 million ringgit in first quarter 2017 to gross profit of 2.12 million ringgit of 2020. Third, scale up production output at its Kuala Ketil and Cebu plants. Fourth, recommence operations of its sago starch productions plant in Muka. Fifth, cost savings arising from direct purchase from Padi Beras Nasional Berhad, Bernas, and expected recommencement of Eka sago starch production operations in Muka. 6. Raw materials mix or compositions can be altered to a particular degree to mitigate any price increase of raw materials. So that's all. Now we continue to our last agenda for today.
How to sustain the market in terms of social, economic, and environment, and how to attract the investor. Thanks for the opportunity to talk. As a sustainability working group, we have 2 suggestions that can improve and sustain the performance of Eka Noodle in terms of reducing costs, environmental friendly, and safe use. Firstly, we suggest the Eka Noodles Berhad should replace with biodegradable plastic. By using biodegradable plastic, it can reduce costs, user-friendly, and easily decomposed by organisms. When compared to using plastic, biodegradable plastic only takes 6 months to fully decompose, while plastic are very difficult to dispose of. Stakeholders will play a significant role to carry out the strategy as government, consumer, the general public, and even investor. Management has high power and interest because it increases, maintains, and exerts maximum effort to produce noodle production and overcome new problems, plans, and strategy to earn more income.
Next, we suggest Eka Noodles open dropshipping and agent service to increase social value as well as increase the company's revenue. The stakeholders who are affected and impact the companies with this new proposed strategy are the customer, the communities, as well as the employees. Okay, for employees, they are the stakeholders who are very important and the key to the success of this strategy. The employees have high power and high interest. Employees play a role in achieving this initiative in order to increase and maintain healthy competitions, and they must exert maximum effort in order to maintain their position as competitors, such as overcoming new plan and strategy to gain more revenue. If they can generate higher revenue, employees will naturally be interested because it is possible to receive a bonus to their salary. So employees will be motivated to work harder in order to generate more profit. So for conclusion, since the first strategy is focusing on the environment, the second strategy will improve the competitive strategy, and of course by implementing this strategy, they believe that this company can improve their
revenue. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, representative from the Sustainability Working Group, for the suggestion of new strategic initiative. Okay, now we are pleased to have Ms. Noratika again, Ika Noodle Chairman, to deliver the closing of the meeting for today.
Thank you for your time. I would like to place on record my thanks to the Board of Directors, Management and others for their outstanding effort during the year. We have some best people in the industry working at Ika Noodles Berhad, and their effort will continue to place the company in a strong position to capture the opportunities ahead. I look forward to the years ahead with confidence. Thank you.